Good evening, lacrosse fans. We are here in Noblesville at Beaver Materials Field for senior night. Noblesville Millers will take on the Fishers Lady Tigers. I am Veronica Mitchell, and tonight I will be joined by
Hannah Dabble.
And we are really looking forward to tonight's game. These seniors are a great group of girls who deserve to be honored. Starting lineups were done a few moments ago, and all 11 of the Noblesville Miller seniors will be starting tonight. We also like to make sure to recognize they're not the only seniors on the field. Fishers has a few seniors. 2 played in the JV game tonight, and 7 seniors for the varsity team on the Fishers team here. So the teams are getting ready to take the field. We'll have our first draw here momentarily. Looks like the Millers defense is coming up with some last-minute strategy there.
And it looks like Fishers will be starting the game with 5 behind the 30 on the defensive side of the ball. So a little bit interesting there that they'd start the game out that way rather than wait to see how things go. But we'll see how that works out for them soon.
So we have Kat Green at the center circle with Renata Garcia. And the ball is still around, and once possession is gained, the official will release the restraining lines. And that's a push from behind on the Millers. So that'll be Fisher's ball. They'll bring into the playing area, and we will get started. Number 2 takes a hard drive, met by Grace Hammond. And this Fishers team has done a good job this season. They're shocking a lot of people. Nice hard shot from the outside. Chased down by number 1, Renata Garcia.
And after a shot in girls lacrosse in the high school game, it's whoever's closest to the end line when the shot goes out of bounds who gets the ball. So it is not an automatic turnover if they overshoot the goal.
You see a good box out there by Sydney Klinger.
That was a great use of the kick. That's something pretty new to the game that has proven very beneficial, especially for some players who've really gotten it down.
Pass to the middle, broken up by Fishers. And it looks like we have a cover, and the ball will remain on this end. So in lacrosse, you're not allowed to use your stick to cover the ball so that someone else is unable to make a play on the ball. So Kayla Kuba will bring that ball out to the top of the 12. And that's a minor foul, so the player doesn't have to go behind her. Millers have 2 cutters going through there at the same time. They want to work on that communication.
Fishers is there to intercept the ball and work to transition it up the field, but Olivia Long is able to gather that ball and take it down to the Millers' offensive end of the field.
Finds a cutting Ryan Wheeler, who really concentrated and made a really good catch right there.
It was a great play by Kat Green to make sure she got behind the restraining line so that Olivia Long could go ahead and go over on the attacking end. It's good communication by the Millers.
They'll maintain the possession here, see if they can settle it down and maybe get an opportunity to get a good look at goal. And Kayla Mertens takes a shot, goes high. Out the end line, Kayla Kubel is there to chase the ball down. something that Kayla has done very well in her 4 years here at Noblesville. You can tell the Millers are a little bit anxious to put that first one away. Good cut, good catch and shoot by Sydney Klinger. And Kylie Morris is there to get the ball on the inline. Makes a hard drive around the crease and shoots opposite corner. Kylie Morris has gotten a quick bread and butter move this year, and that was it. Folks, so get used to that one. She likes that one a lot. She'll come across there and take that shot to the opposite corner, and she's just tall enough to get around those defenders and keep her stick high and make that goal count.
And she's done such a great job of placement this year, which is what really makes it tough. She is one of our seniors on the field, and I have a feeling they're going to be seeing a lot of that as she goes on to play collegiate lacrosse.
And that draw didn't go above the player's head, so we will have a redraw at the center circle with Kat Green and Mackenzie Miller. And the Tigers hunt that one down again and come up with the ball here off the draw. Nice interception by Erin Wilson. She sees the field so well and anticipates.
I believe she leads the team in interceptions this year.
Finds Kat Green up the middle. Tough pass to Kylie Morris between two defenders, but she picks up that ball off the ground, turns, and finds that corner again.
Another great shot by the senior.
And Kylie's going on to play college lacrosse in Florida. Excited to see the opportunities that will present her down there.
I think we're going to need to take a trip to Florida to go watch her play.
Of course we will.
I can't wait.
Maybe we can reach out and see if they'll help us get down there. Put us up in the dorms, just...
I don't know. I may have graduated from the dorm line. It looks like the Fishers Tigers are going to take a timeout here. So with that timeout, we're going to make a little bit of an announcement here. We're going to switch things up tonight and provide some fun for you all listening and watching. We appreciate that. So we are going to do a little bit of senior trivia tonight. So we will ask you guys questions throughout the game, and then we're looking for you guys to tweet us responses at MillersLax with the hashtag NoBlax, NOBLAX seniors. So that's MillersLax, and then with the hashtag of NoBlack seniors, and we will give a shout out to those who we get the first answer from, and you guys will get to learn a little bit more about our seniors.
And they'll be recognized after tonight's game as well. The broadcast will stay live. We will not be talking through that, but you will hear the PA announcer with all the fun things that the seniors have done over their 4 years and what their plans are for the future. So we encourage you to stick around for that so you can see all the highlights of this group. They've been a tremendous asset to Noblesville lacrosse, not just at the high school level, but ever since grade school. A quick shout out should go to Rob Green, who really did a great job recruiting not just this class, but many classes that have come before and are still playing. So his daughter, Kat Green, is a senior, and he will walk out with her on her senior recognition night. They had 3 children go through Noblesville lacrosse as well. So big lacrosse family, put in a lot of time, effort, and energy into making this program what it is today.
It'll definitely be a family that are going to be missed as part of the Noblesville lacrosse family.
And I do believe Kat's mom, Cindy, is on the Mike T. Memorial Game Committee. So every year the boys and girls do host a game in honor of Michael Trinan, who's a former Noblesville lacrosse player, and she will be here to do those things. And, of course, come back whenever she can, I'm sure, to cheer these girls on. Just
Absolutely.
like all these senior parents.
Yeah.
Was able to talk to a few of them coming in. Were you able to?
Yeah, I definitely was able to talk to a few of them. I think it's going to be a really tough night. I think it will be for us as well. It's a great group of girls, and the team is definitely going to have to grow a lot and move on without these seniors, but they've certainly provided a lot to the younger girls, and while we're losing a lot of talent, there are good things to come.
Most certainly, and that'll first draw out of the timeout. And the Tigers gain control there. Unlucky contact there, and the Tigers do a good job using the self-restart. The Millers just need to clean it up a bit on transition here and just use their speed to get back and play some good defense. And there's a flag on the play there on the side, and that will bring the ball out. Mackenzie Miller will come to the 8-meter and have a free position shot. You'll see the officials hold up a flag on a scoring play, which means they've seen a foul, but they want to give the player an opportunity to score. And that's a big save by Jacqueline Klinger off the quick fire shot from Mackenzie Miller.
It was picked up by senior Meredith Miller, who got the ball to Kat Green in the midfield. They continue a successful transition as Sydney Klinger brings the ball down to the attacking end.
Nice fake there by Cam Mertens. And there was a flag on the play. And then the instant whistle there is for safety. So they do hold a flag up, and if the scoring play ends, then they will honor the foul that happened. But there was a safety call there, so the goal will not count, and Cam will come out and have a free position shot. And she's able to find her way through and just misses, hits the pipe on the outside. Allie Harp and Ryan Wheeler doing a really good job of playing defense down there as low attackers. Great to see them putting forth that effort. And Jacqueline Klinger steps into another shot there and deflects it out to the side.
Fishers did have an open player in the middle of the 8. I really would have liked to see that dump there to her teammate rather than the drive-in shot.
And that's a goal by Nina Dilliard, number 3 for Fishers. She's able to get around a few Millers and take that shot as she curved around.
To bring the score to Millers 2, Tigers 1. With that, we will go to our first trivia question of the night. So, what senior defender scored the first goal of the 3-overtime HSC Fishers game in 2016?
Was a current player, a Noblesville senior. Good luck to everyone listening.
It was a great triple overtime thriller. If you were there, you'll all remember it.
Nice draw by Kat Green. Self-draw, able to box out and come up with the draw control there. Good dodges through the middle.
Great use of her left hand there, too.
Finds Kayla Kubel, who uses her crafty, quick feet to get around a couple people, and her finesse game is strong tonight, I see, finding the net there for the Millers' third goal.
The seniors are certainly showing up tonight.
And if you were unable to join us in the first game, the JV Millers did also come away with a victory today, which was a fun game to watch. We had a good time watching them. Kat Green and Mackenzie Miller back at the center circle. Kat Green has made some adjustments on the draw, and she's putting that ball right out in front of her, able to go get the ball there from the Fishers Tigers. And she gets a quick foul and finds Sydney Klinger on the side. Cutting Kylie Morris, low pass. Gets that ball out. Kat Green waits outside the group to get it. Finds Allie Harp on the side. And it looks like we have a 3 seconds call on Fishers. So that will take the player that is in 3 seconds, which happened to be the furthest person away, over behind the ball. In lacrosse, it's a little bit different than basketball. The defense isn't allowed to be within 8 meter for no longer than 3 seconds if they're not marking an offensive player within a stick's length. So now the Tigers will bring the ball up, going the length of the field. And that check was too close to the Fishers Tigers body there. So Cam Mertens will have to go behind. Big pass upfield. Olivia Long's able to knock it down.
Olivia Long, another senior on the team who's really come up big this season.
She's done a good job defensively and even had a goal scored in the last game we were here to watch. The Millers are really forcing that ball into the middle with those cutters. We'd like to see them just be a little bit more patient. And here we have a fast break opportunity. Grace Hammond waits patiently at the 8.
She did a great job of making sure she kept her feet moving, but that Fishers attacker was just a little bit too quick.
And that's a goal for number 9, Skylar Fulton. So we have a close game here, 3-2. I was talking a little bit about this Fishers Tigers team. Has shocked a few teams in the state this season with a couple of wins, and even how close they're staying in games competitively. And a lot of credit goes to these girls working hard and their coaching staff making a lot of adjustments this year to make them competitive and really working hard to win and compete and make a statement. They're doing a really good job this year. And these two teams do compete in the same sectional. Sectionals do start for girls lacrosse next week. So they will see each other here shortly. Draw control. Mackenzie Miller comes up with it but is unable to hang on.
Kat Green picks up the ball and gets it to Sydney Klinger in transition. So once again, the Millers connect in transition, which has been a strength of theirs.
We'd like to see these girls work together a bit, like they're used to doing. I think the excitement of the evening has gotten to them a bit in the beginning. It was a good re-challenge by Kaylin Mertens there, also known as Cam. You'd see a lot of basketball movements from Kaylin Mertens on this field, which do her well. Former basketball player at Noblesville. Basketball players love lacrosse when they give it a try.
They absolutely do. How many former basketball players do we have out there right now?
Oh, quite a bit.
Grace, Erin Wilson, Meredith Miller, Cam Mertens, Kylie Morris.
6.
So I'll have to send a shout out there to the basketball coaches.
And here comes our next draw.
We always like to cheer athletes.
Yes.
Big proponent of multi-sport athletes.
Another sport that does well with lacrosse is obviously soccer. So we have a lot of girls that play soccer on this team. It's a good time to shoot there. She was able to get her stick around, but Jacqueline Klinger was able to stick in front of that. Allie Harp collects the ball at the center of the field there. Splits the double team.
Those Fishers defenders being pretty aggressive there.
Have an open player at the top of the crease there. Pass the ball to the middle, find Kayla Kubel. Fishers does do a good job of crashing in on that, and the goalie sticks with the shot and is able to make a save. Big clear to the restraining line. Olivia Long is there to get that ball again.
Good hustle and a good job staying in bounds there as well.
Sydney Klinger with some great stick work and ability to get around some girls, still controlling possession there. Gets around her defender. Looks like we're going to have a 3 seconds call again on the Fishers team. So Sydney Klinger will get that ball on the hanging hash here on the outside. Sydney Klinger with a drive and a shot there off the free position. Allie Harp chases down the shot.
So we have a little bit of a questionable win here on our trivia. Former coach with the Millers, Molly Gregory, has come up with the winning answer, which is Meredith Miller. She was trusted with going down there on attack, even though she was a defender, but was actually able to put in the first goal of the game.
Good drive there by Kat Green, and great heads-up play by Kayla Kubel. Found herself in the lane that Kat was getting ready to take, and she smartly got out of the way, which then left her defender standing there to get that shooting space violation, which gives Kat the free position shot there. And Kat trying to come up with the rebound gets a little bit of a push to the ground there. So she seems to be okay, collect herself. So she'll get her free position shot here again. And the goalie makes the save there. And we have a crease violation on the Millers. Kat Green got into the crease there trying to get the rebound. So she'll go behind the crease. The only person allowed in the goalie crease is the goalie or a deputy if they do step out. And it looks like Olivia just stepped off sides barely there, but the official is there to catch it. And big pass. Chased down by Skylar Fulton on the corner. Skylar is a senior for the Fishers team as well. And pick and roll on the side. Good opportunity to drive there. Skylar did a good job of finding a lane to goal. The Millers need to do a little bit better job of a weak side crash there.
Good defense around the crease there by Meredith Miller and Olivia Long.
And Ryan Wheeler comes up with the ball, and she gets fouled. Looks like she got a stick to the body. So we'll get to see Ryan bring the ball up the field. And that will stop the clock. And a yellow card will be issued to the Fishers team. Number 9, Skylar Fulton, will have a 3-minute penalty. And a big emphasis this year for girls lacrosse and the officials has been the safety of the players and making sure that everyone is protected and they have time and space to react to other players coming toward them. So that there was some big contact in the middle, and unfortunately got a yellow card for Fishers. Ryan and Kylie try to make a connection down the field, and Kylie's shot just goes over the top of the goal there. Kayla and Allie bring it on from behind crease. So the Millers have a turnover there. The goalie will get the ball and clear it out.
Looks like they will deputy the ball. So the goalie steps out of the crease, leaves their ball there, and a player from the Fishers team will come into the crease and pick up the ball and take it out.
And she's fast enough to make that work. Their goalie, number 24, Kelsey Bolin, is a senior. That's and there's a flag there. It looks like they got on her body. So Mackenzie Miller will come out to the hash mark and get her free position shot. And Jacqueline Klinger set up in goal ready. She's got a nice hard shot, bounces it off the ground. Those are hard to track. So that'll be a goal for Mackenzie Miller.
And that brings our score to Millers 4, Tigers 3 here at Beaver Materials Field.
And Mackenzie is also a senior, a name that I've recognized for several years. As a freshman, she came on and was a significant contributor right away. So she's had a pretty good career as a lacrosse player. Not sure what her future holds in terms of lacrosse and after high school, but I know she has done some significant things for this team. So we've just got a few seconds left on the penalty. It's a non-releasable penalty in girls lacrosse, so they do have to ride the whole 3 minutes out, even if there is a score. In high school, the penalty stays the whole 3 minutes. And that draw is up, and Mackenzie Miller comes away with the ball. And those low attackers did a really good job of getting off the line and applying some pressure there. Just got into her space a little bit. And that's a big triple team by our low attackers, doing a great job of coming up and applying some pressure.
They forced that bad pass there. And hopefully, it looks like Mallory Miller is going to collect that ball on the sidelines.
So the Millers bring the ball down the field in transition here. Had a few subs come in while the seniors take a much-needed break. Kayla finds the kicked ball, takes a quick shot, saved by Kelsey Bolin. Good.
Another good double team in the midfield. Ball collected by Kat Green. Great double team there, though, with Olivia Long.
And Katie Morris has the ball there on the side. Finds Kat Green, who's able to get through 2 defenders, and that's the shot that Kat Green needs to be taking. That was a nice, hard shot. Right off the defender. Good timing, good placement, and good speed.
That is a really tough location for the goalie to save a shot right there at the hips. So it's a great job of Kat Green taking advantage of that location. It's certainly a tough shot to make, but a shot that she is more than capable of.
And then Kat Green will take a break, and Cam Mertens will step to the center circle to take the draw with Mackenzie Miller. And Sydney Klinger and Kylie Morris will join Kaylin Mertens on the circle. Oh, unlucky there. That was a good hustle by all the players getting over to that sideline. And because no one gained possession right away and the ball went out of bounds off the draw, so to speak, we'll go back to the center circle and take a draw there. And the Tigers come up with the ball off to draw control. And Erin Wilson sees that pass and tries to get up there fast enough, but was unable to knock it down.
Restart, number 9, Skylar Holt.
And that will clear the critical scoring area out for Skylar Fulton.
Good stop there by Jacqueline Klinger. Fishers does pick up the ball.
So Fishers will have a moment here to work their offense. Millers are having a little bit of difficulty, I think, communicating through this defensive stance here. But they're speedy enough to get back into position to help. And they got a flag on the play, but the shot will stand. Skylar Fulton is able to find the net again, bringing our score to 5 Millers, 4 Fishers.
I really like how aggressive the Millers were looking to be, but I do think they need to work on communicating and helping there on their slides and crashing on their way to goal.
Yeah, most certainly. Fishers did a good job of being patient, working the ball around, and finding a good opportunity to shoot and not trying to drive through everyone. The Millers were getting a little bit mixed up on switches and whatnot there briefly, so hopefully they'll work that out through communication and a little team huddle, and we'll see a change in that defensively for the Millers. Back to the center circle with Kaylin Mertens and Mackenzie Miller.
Collected by Emily there, number 2 for the Tigers.
And Miller's doing a good job putting some pressure on. And the ball's still bouncing around a bit. We'll see who's able to collect the ball and come away. So we got a block. And Fishers will maintain possession here.
Looks like the Millers are a little bit more settled and together on this possession.
It looks like we have a push call from the top official here.
Restart number 26, Sarah Schultz.
So Sarah Schultz will take the ball at the top of the 8-meter there. Quick fire shot. Goes out of bounds, chased down by her teammate Renata Garcia. The Tigers are doing a good job of being really patient and seeing where the holes are in this defensive unit. And we'll stop the clock here so that Maddie Christie can get her equipment back on. And the Tigers will maintain possession of the ball. And that's a good stop there on the crease by Erin Wilson. Very, very low angle shot, but Mackenzie Miller was able to get her stick above the defensive line and around Jacqueline Klinger in goal there and just put it right around them from the goal line extended.
I would have liked to see the Millers healthy, playing a little bit tighter. I think a couple of them got sucked out a little bit too far away, especially from ball, and kind of failed to slide and get there for the crash.
Kat Green will re-enter the game here. Score tied 5-5 with a little over a minute to play. The draw is up. And you can see the restraining line folks down there fighting for the ball. Skylar Fulton comes away with it. So now everyone is released and can begin play. Good double team on the sideline. Looks like we are on our body a smidge there. So we'll go behind and Skylar will get the restart. Renata Garcia open in the middle. Anna Judy doing a good job hustling over to help with that double team there. Got a shooting space call. Obstruction of free space to goal.
No goal, so it'll be a free start for number 3.
So Nina Dilliard will get a free position shot.
Dillard.
And she takes a quick fire shot, and Jacqueline's able to get a foot on it there. And that should go to the Millers. So
Great hustle there by Erin Wilson.
the Fishers player lined up out of bounds. It looks like the officials needed a count for onside there, so they're running the clock, start the clock for.
There's about 35 seconds here left in the half.
Kat Green coming down the middle.
Loses the ball, but there is a flag on the play.
Restart.
So Kat Green will get a free position shot here from the center hash.
.29 seconds left to play in the first half.
Oh,
Nice.
Beautiful shot from Kat Green.
Nice little riser shot from low to high. Hit the top pipe. Looked very pretty. You can tell she's been working on that quite a bit.
Her shooting tonight has been stellar.
So that puts the Millers on top, 6-5. 25 seconds left to play. We'll come back to the center circle for a draw here. And see if we can get one more goal before the half lets out. So Mackenzie Miller and Kat Green back at the center line. And Cam Miller comes up with, or Cam Mertens comes up with the ball.
Good job not rushing here, but now there's 10 seconds left.
Aggressive double team there. Kat was doing a good job keeping her head up, trying to find a teammate to pass the ball to. A little bit physical, so on the ground, she'll get a start here right inside the 12. She takes a nice hard shot with her left hand, by the way. That shot that's firing off is on her left side. Katie Morris is there as clock runs out for the first half. The Millers on top, 6, Fishers 5. Here at Beaver Materials Field, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back for the second half of action shortly.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. But inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville. Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
You're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore?
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order it today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
And we're back for second half action at Beaver Materials Field.
We'll start the second half with the Millers at 6 and the Fishers Tigers at 5 here on senior night. Now, what adjustments do you expect to see from the Fishers Tigers here in the second half?
I wouldn't adjust a lot of things. They're really staying in this game. They're doing a good job on draw control. They're patient on attack. All in all, defense is doing a good job. The Millers have just taken some good shots there. I wouldn't over-adjust for sure. I'd keep the intensity level high, limit fouls, and just keep playing. What about the Millers? What do you expect to see from them here in the second?
I'm hoping that some of the senior night jitters are out and they'll calm down a little bit more. They seem to there at the end of the first half, but they've taken some great shots that they've put in, but I think they've also rushed a few. And then on the defensive end, just communicating a little bit more and making sure they're marked up and crashing and just some of the fundamentals that we all know that they're more than capable of. And here we're going to start the second half with Kylie Morris on the draw.
And Mackenzie Miller from Fishers. And Fishers controls the draw coming out of the start. And quick shot, Jacqueline makes the save.
Quick clear out to Cam Mertens.
And ball is still bouncing around a bit. And the Tigers will maintain or get possession here off the foul. Cam Mertens hustle over to play. Defense coming down the side.
She did a really good job there forcing the attacker outside and not letting her back into the middle of the 8.
So here we have the Tigers settling the ball around, and the Millers will the Tigers set up a good play there, little unbalanced attack. Most of the time you see people come from a balanced attack, and so you can see Grace Hammond picks up on it, but a little bit too late. And Nina Dillard is able to come off that high screen and get a shot, putting us even back at 6-6. So the Millers will adjust off of that. They know what to do when there's an overload such as that, and they will make a couple of adjustments here and hopefully be able to stop that play if they see something similar in the next possession here.
It looks like the Millers have chosen to drop a second defensive player down off the line.
And Skylar Fuller brings the ball down the middle. Good check from behind by Cam Mertens, but she will be whistled for the foul. Must have been just a little too close to the body.
That was a great hustle there by Cam Mertens and Kylie Morris.
So Skylar Fulton gets the free possession shot. And she goes low on the bounce shot. So Skylar Fulton will get the Tigers' 7th goal of the evening, putting them on top, 7-6.
So 2 quick goals here by the Tigers. So I think the Millers just need to settle down a little bit, and they'll be fine in this game. They, like you mentioned, they know what to do, and they certainly know how to overcome a deficit.
So Kat Green will come back to the center circle to take the draw with Mackenzie Miller. And that's a push on the Fishers Tigers, so the Millers will get possession off that draw control here and see if they can make something work on the offensive end.
Good fake there by Cam in the midfield.
And that cut was a good cut by Kayla. I think the top defender sliding down surprised her a bit and lost control of the ball there for a second, but Miller's able to maintain possession. Got a high pick and roll. Millers are just crowding up a bit here. Cam Merton's able to find her way through a seam there and get to the top of the crease and get a goal for the Millers, getting us back to tie ball game here at 7-7.
Does that continue our streak? Have we had anybody score tonight outside of our senior group?
I do not believe so.
So the seniors are certainly coming out and not only leading the team, but also leading the attack tonight.
Which you would expect from this group. They are a seasoned group. The majority of them have been playing on varsity some way, shape, or form since they were freshmen. And that will be an illegal draw on the Millers, going forward instead of up first. So Mackenzie Miller will get the ball at the center line. And there was a flag on the play there. Defensively, Kat did a good job holding her ground, but just at one point extended her arms a bit there. So that is what caused the flag to be raised and what will give Mackenzie Miller the ball here. And she fires a quick low shot.
Bringing our score to Miller 7 and Fishers Tigers 8 here with 21 minutes left in the second half. So we'll take this opportunity to ask another trivia question. So we have a question here about our future collegiate lacrosse players. So how many current seniors plan to play collegiate lacrosse next year? So remember to tweet us at MillersLax and tag us with Noblesville seniors. And we will give a shout out to the first person who answers. So once again, that's how many current seniors do we have going on to play collegiate lacrosse next year?
So Nina Dillard gets the ball there on the sideline, bringing it up for the Tigers. And Cam Merton's check there is through the sphere, and it looks like the official is telling her that she needs to rein that in a bit. He looks to be getting a little bit. And Skylar Fulton comes downfield and is met by Miller's defense there and draws the foul. So Skylar Fulton will get a free position shot at the center hash.
So that's another foul there by the Millers.
Let's try this again. Free start. Skylar Fulton.
Looks like Olivia Long on the foul.
So Skylar Fulton will come from the center hash again with Erin Fuller and Allie Harp on her sides. And she did a really good job of meeting the pressure, coming around the side of it, and putting that ball around outside of Jacqueline's view. So it was hard for Jacqueline to see where that ball was coming from in order to make the save. A very crafty shot there by Skylar Fulton, which puts the Tigers on top by 2, score of 9-7.
Cat Green on the draw here for the Millers. I can't quite make out what number it is for.
Still Mackenzie Miller, number 12.
Good D by Cat Green. Oh, tough call. But the ball will go back to the Fishers Tigers.
Skylar Fulton dodges around. Nice back check by Olivia Long there. Excellent patience. And that check there was illegal by Mackenzie Miller. Unlucky, but coming up the sideline here, Grace Hammond finds Sydney Klinger, who finds Olivia Long. And she'll run that ball to find a passing option. Kylie Miller in the middle. And that was really good defense there. The only problem is her stick wasn't up. Kylie had time and space to react to her standing there, but unfortunately her stick was not up in the between her shoulders position. So Kylie Morris will get the start at the center hash. The free position shot. And she makes her way in and is fouled again. So we will go again from the same spot. Kylie Morris at the center hash.
Kylie's able to put the ball in the net again for her third of the night. That's just what the Millers needed.
Yeah, that's good timing on the goal there. Bringing it back within 1, not letting Fishers get too much momentum here tonight. And we'll see if the Millers can maintain and keep it rolling here. Kat Green and Mackenzie Miller will step to the center line. And Mackenzie has good hustle off the draw, comes up with the ball. Goes through several Millers and falls in the end zone there. Loses the ball and the Millers come up with the turnover.
Meredith Miller gets the ball to Kat Green, who unfortunately it looks like she was
cross-checked.
So she will get the ball and the foul here.
She seems to be okay after that. And Reagan Haney on the field, able to save that ball from going out of bounds. And the Tigers will chase the ball down at the end line. Offsides. And the Fishers Tigers player jumped off sides just slightly to knock that ball, so that ball will go to Aaron Wilson at the restraining line.
And since the Millers have 4 other players back, besides Erin, she will be able to cross the 30 if she would like to.
Erin finds Kat. And Kat makes a good hard drive and has a flag up on the play and loses the ball, so that brings the whistle out. And she will get a free position shot.
And Erin Wilson, just like any good defender, decides to take the ball over to the attacking end when she gets the chance.
And Kat Green makes a nice hard shot. Anna Judy there to chase the out of bounds. So Millers will keep possession here. Kylie Moore is in the middle, and she draws the obstruction of free space to goal foul. So she'll get her free position shot at the center hash. And right to the goalie's stick there, unfortunately. They'll deputy the ball out of the goal circle. So number 19, Abby Trent, will run the ball down the field.
Kat Green's able to get the check.
And Allie Harp gets the ground ball but is tripped up. So she will get the ball off the foul. Reagan Haney makes a good cut but unable to catch the pass.
But she is able to collect the ball when it gets to the ground.
Anna Judy, hard drive, nice shot. Anna Judy, the first non-senior to score tonight for both teams. It was a good-looking shot by Anna Judy. She does a lot of things well, and that was one of them. Kept her head on, made a good hard drive, kept her stick between her shoulders, and was able to find the back of the net there. So that ties the score up again, 9-9, with 14 minutes left to play. And we have a timeout by the Fishers Tigers.
Timeout on the field.
The Millers here have been able to tie up the game at 9-9 after a little bit of a run by the Tigers there after halftime. And I really think, it's driven by that senior leadership. They didn't panic at all. They were able to kind of steady the ship and I think are ready to go to continue to play strong the rest of the half.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Millers are doing a really good job of keeping their heads on straight and playing their game. But got to give credit to this Fishers Tigers team who has come out tonight and just really put it all out on the field. I'm excited to see the sectional that will come out next Friday, May 17th. Hamilton County TV will be broadcasting the sectional games from Guerin High School starting at 6 o'clock. The Fishers Tigers will take on Hamilton Southeastern. And at 8 o'clock, the Noblesville Millers will play Guerin. And the winner of both of those games will then face each other the following week. So we're looking forward to the sectionals for sure and hope that we will have all of you back watching and listening to us. We'll have both of those games on May 17th.
We just want to thank Hamilton County Television for continuing to have us out here. We love to continue to be a part of the lacrosse community, even though we're not coaching anymore. So we have a lot of fun. So thank you to them. I know, all of you guys out there appreciate being able to watch the game.
Oh, certainly. This has been a fun one tonight as well for our senior night here. 14 minutes and 22 seconds left to play, and we have it all tied up 9-9.
All right, so we have 2 former Noblesville players here in the crowd. Well, quite a few, actually. But we've had a couple tweet us the response to the trivia question we asked. So as you remember, the question was, how many seniors do we have currently that are moving on to play at the collegiate level? And shout out to Hannah Potter and Grace Newman. They have the correct answer with 4. So those 4 are Kat Green, Meredith Miller, Cam Mertens, and Kylie Morris.
Kylie Morris will take the draw. And that'll be chased down by Emily on the sideline there, number 2 from Fishers, who finds Mackenzie Miller in the middle. And Skylar Folden unable to hang on to that pass. Jacqueline Klinger comes up with it, finds Grace Hammond, who will clear it and swing it to the other side. The long pass, unable to control that one, and Fishers gets the forced turnover there. So they'll bring the ball, settle down on attack here, and try to get a score. Defensively, the Millers need to make sure to work together and close down their top scorers. They've only had 3 girls score tonight. And the Millers foul on the body.
The Millers have had 2 players by ball quite a bit, but they haven't quite been able to close off that double team, making it a little bit easier on the Fishers players. You'd really like to see them close it up, make it tighter, and really be able to force a turnover.
And drive that ball out of the critical scoring area. Mackenzie Miller gets through but leaves her stick out for Meredith Miller to get a check on.
And Sydney Klinger is able to get to the end line first.
Meredith Miller will run that ball up. Meredith Miller going on to play lacrosse next year at Ohio Northern University. Anna Judy on the sideline. And she'll join former Noblesville Miller Rachel Shipman. And the Fishers Tigers force another turnover by the Millers. The Millers really need to maintain possession and get a good shot off. Another good check there by Erin Wilson, but Mackenzie Miller kept her head on the ball and was able to pick it up quick. She makes a drive around the top of the crease and is fouled, so she will get a free position shot.
12 on the restart. Mackenzie Miller.
And so now the Mackenzie Miller drives in, tries to get the shot off, but is unable. Miller's come up with the ball.
Olivia Long makes a beautiful pass to Kat Green in the midfield. Looks like we have Maddie Christie open in the middle of the 8.
And that's another turnover by the Millers, so the Fishers Tigers will bring the ball down. Finds a cutting Mackenzie Miller, who's able to shoot hard and score, putting the Tigers on top again. And that'll be her 4th goal of the evening.
Fishers did a really good job there of the ball carrier making sure she drew that defender up and guarding her before she dumped that pass off for the shot. Which was great execution there on the offensive end.
So the Fishers Tigers have had Fulton and Miller both score 4 tonight. Defensively, what would you be telling the Millers to do?
You know, I think what's tough with 2 big scorers rather than one, typically with one you may put a face guard on. But with 2, I think you really just have to focus in on them, especially, Dillard has 2 on the night, but there's not anybody else really making any type of presence. So I think you just really focus in and talk to your defense about, making sure whoever that closest slide is cheating over to those players when they have the ball, to really make sure if that player is next to ball that you're taking a few extra steps out to put on pressure so they can't easily catch the ball.
And the Tigers capitalize on another draw control here. And Kat Green sees the pass, knocks it down and picks up, comes away with it, and she'll come down the middle of the field and finds Reagan Haney on the side. And we got a foul on the far side there, so Reagan Haney will get the ball.
Reagan Haney.
And Reagan drives in and shoots, scores.
Reagan Haney.
It's a good goal by Reagan. Her confidence level is very high. She's been playing this game very well. She's all over the place, good in some good double teams, being an option for her teammates downfield. And that was a good opportunity for her to get a score and help her teammates. So that's back to a tie ball game, 10-10. 10 minutes left to play. And the Millers will switch the draw up here. Cam Mertens will step to the center circle with Mackenzie Miller. And that's a check up. So that will give the ball to the Millers. And sometimes that's just unlucky. You're going for the ball and your stick is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So Mallory Miller gets the ball. Ball's out of the back of her stick as she looks to pass, and the Tigers get the turnover.
Good pressure here by Anna Judy. That's Reagan Haney out there.
And they did a really good job of putting pressure on, just got a little bit jumpy and went for the foul.
And that's one of the hardest things, especially for those low attackers. They want to get that ball back really badly. It's a little bit harder for them sometimes to keep from fouling. But they are doing a great job getting to the ball and really putting pressure on.
And that's Dillard again, coming around and find an opportunity to shoot and score. Ran around a few Noblesville defenders here.
And that's her 3rd goal of the night. And that brings the score to Tigers 11, Noblesville Millers 10, with just under 9 minutes left in the half.
All right, so this will, the Millers will come back to the center circle here. Cam Mertens at the center line with Mackenzie Miller. And that draw did not reach the height above the player's head, so we will have a redraw. And that one got above the players' heads. And Mackenzie Miller's there to pick up the ball. And she got fouled. So she gets the restart. Miller's applies some pressure, but she's able to split through. That's another good back check there by Olivia Long. She's got the timing on Mackenzie Miller's dodges there, and she's able to get her stick in the right position to get a check. I'd like to see the Millers use the space that they have all over the field here. And that'll be a push. So Olivia Long will get the ball again. And again, I think that's just the Tigers getting a little bit jumpy and wanting that ball back, just like the Millers did a second ago. Cam Mertens finds Kayla Kubel, who makes a shot, and it's saved by the Fishers goalie, who has a clear out, and Kat Green's able to get a stick on it, and Kylie Morris collects.
I think that's Mallory Miller.
Oh, it is Mallory Miller. I'm sorry. Pass was over the head of Kayla Kubel.
Meredith Miller is able to get there in front of that pass, but not quite collect the ground ball. But she does kick the ball out and comes up with it.
And she gets a foul. And
nice restart there. I think that was definitely an area of improvement from the last couple games that we've called that the Millers could work on. Was the restart and just really utilizing their speed.
Yeah, that's most definitely something that can be used to their advantage as the Tigers force another turnover and drive down. Erin Wilson's there to meet the ball carrier. And Renata Garcia finds her first goal of the night. And that'll be a timeout by Noblesville. And that's this with a score of Fishers Tigers 12, Noblesville 10, with 6.5 minutes to play on senior night here at Beaver Materials Field.
So, Veronica, what do you think the Millers are talking about in this timeout?
I think composure, making sure that they realize that the game's not over, and what they have to do to come out and just control the ball and quit creating so many easy turnovers. I mean, credit for Fishers. They are putting some good pressures on, but the Millers are better ball handlers than they're showing right now. So you want to kind of just remind them of that and make sure that you have the right people on the field to kind of control the game and in this moment here and what they need to do. So you're just kind of telling them all the different scenarios that may come up in the last 6 minutes and what you expect from them. This has been an exciting back and forth game tonight, though. Fun to watch for sure.
Absolutely. I'll be excited to see what Fishers decides to do, whether they decide to slow the game down a little bit and work the ball around, which they have proven to be successful at tonight, or whether they decide to keep pushing on the fast break. I think they could do either, but it'll be interesting to see what approach they take.
And if they do slow the ball down, hoping to see the Millers really work together and create some turnovers on their end too.
Yeah, the Millers definitely has a defense that is very good at pressuring out and really capable of causing turnovers and applying pressure really well. So I don't think that they would have a problem with that. I think they could definitely be successful if they go out there and play some pressure D.
They are going to have to pick up the intensity a little bit and make sure that they are playing nice and hard and have that desire to win, which I know they do. But they just got to have it for these last 6 minutes on full display here. This will be a fun sectional to watch. I know I keep mentioning it, but there are 4 good teams in this sectional, so it'll be a really exciting time. So Cam Mertens will line up at the center line with Mackenzie Miller. And Kat Green and Mallory Miller are on the circle for Cam Mertens. And Kat Green gets a quick step and is able to catch that ball in the air with a push from behind. So she'll get the ball and finds Cam Mertens on the sideline. And Cam is able to dodge around. Takes a hard shot high. And Kayla Mertens is there to chase down again. Kayla Kubel, sorry. Anna Judy coming around the crease. Big pass upfield, and that will be offsides on Fishers. That's a hard thing to watch that ball in front of you and know you can't go over that line. So
Good discipline there by the Millers.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Fortunately, they avoided a turnover there.
So we have about 5.5 minutes here. Millers trail by 2. Cam Mertens splits the double team, gets around and shoots low and scores her 3rd goal of the night. Puts the game within 1.
So looks like taking that timeout definitely benefited the Millers.
You always like to be the first person to score out of a timeout.
It's certainly really tough if you take a timeout and the other team scores first. That's certainly something that's a little bit disheartening. So it's great to see the Millers come out and for Cam to put one in the back of the net.
So she'll line up again at the center line with Mackenzie Miller. With Kat and Kylie on the circle. And Kat read the ball well in the air and was pushed from behind. So that will be a Miller ball off the draw. And she'll push the ball downfield. So the Millers here will and Kayla Kubel collects the ball and shoots just over the top of the goal there. And Katie Morris is back there to chase down.
That almost could have been a shooting space foul there. I think Cam was trying to draw it.
I certainly would agree. Cam does a good roll dodge, gets around and shooting space from the opposite side there. So Cam will get a free position shot on the hash there, and everyone will clear the critical scoring area. And Cam is able to get in and score.
There's some of that senior leadership. So
And
that
composure.
brings Cam to 4 on the night. I'm really helping to lead the Millers.
And ties the game again with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. So I'd like to see the Millers not let up on this. Keep the pedal on. Their team motto this year is all gas, no brakes, and this would be a good time to see them put that into true form here.
And as the Fishers Tigers get back here for the draw, we'll have our final question of the night, which is what seniors have siblings who are currently playing on a Noblesville high school team, whether it be JV or varsity. It's been great to see all the sibling pairs or even trios that we have here at Noblesville. And so we want to give a shout out to those who are here.
So that's an illegal draw on the Tigers there. So Cam Mertens will get the ball at the center line. And that was a good check by Skylar Fulton there. As Kat Green went to make the switch. And that'll be a foul on Olivia Long. And Skylar Fulton gets the restart. And she drives hard. And she puts the Tigers back on top, 13-12.
Unassisted goal by number 9, Skylar Bolton.
That's her 5th goal of the night. So we have 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to play. Millers trail by 1. So Cam Merton steps to the center line with Mackenzie Miller. And the draw is up. And Kat Green got a good step there on the center circle, and then another push from behind. So she'll be awarded the ball and finds Cam Mertens on the sideline. And the Millers will collect the ball. We have an open Kayla Kubel. And loses possession there.
I do believe Fishers was offsides there, so the Millers should get the ball.
And the clock will keep moving outside of 2 minutes, so we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds here to play as the officials reset the field.
The Millers have plenty of time here left on the clock, so I'd like to see them make sure they don't rush it.
Yes, for sure.
They have plenty of time to get off a great shot.
And they did end up stopping the clock there to get everything reset. And so we'll go from here. Katie Morris has the ball. And a quick shot there by Cam Mertens. The goalie makes the save. They will deputy the ball out.
There's not a lot of teams that deputy the ball this often, but it has proven to be successful for Fishers this evening.
Yes, it has for sure. And Olivia Long is there to play some good defense, but has a foul. So Skylar Fulton will get the ball back. 1:35 left to play. Fishers on top, 13-12. So now you'll see the Millers pressure out a bit, and that will stop the clock. And a yellow card will be issued to Olivia Long, so she will be out, and the Millers will play down for the remainder of this game, and potentially any overtime. It may happen that penalty will carry over to overtime.
She would only sit out the first 30 seconds of overtime.
So if we do get into overtime, we do have sudden death overtime in girls lacrosse. So the first team to score would win the game, and they play 3 minutes and switch ends and play 3 minutes again. And they keep doing that until someone scores. Would like to see
Morris is playing strong defense out here. I love that she's pressuring out, and she's doing a fantastic job of playing tight while not fouling.
And Kat Green comes to put the double on. They're really going to need to apply some pressure here and shut down the adjacent attackers.
Which will be extremely hard to do playing a man down.
And there's 45 seconds left to play. The Millers are applying some good pressure. Kat Green is able to come up with the ball. Finds Meredith Miller. About 30 seconds. Aaron Wilson is there to help move the ball down the field. Finds Reagan Haney, who finds Katie Morris, but it's a little bit too much to hang on to with about 20 seconds left to play. And that will be Fisher's ball out the end line. And we have 15 seconds left to play, and the Fishers player inadvertently stepped on the end line, I believe. So that will bring the ball up to, looks like they'll have a bit of a conference. So we'll have 15 seconds. Miller's down by 1. Cam Mertens has the ball. About 8 left. And she shoots and goalie makes a save. And the Fishers Tigers will come away with the win, 13-12. Again, this will be a great rematch later on down the line, looking at sectionals and seeing which teams might come away on top there. Great game tonight by both teams. Seniors really stepped up and played well for both teams. We'd like to wish them all the best in what lays ahead for them.
Thank you for joining us tonight at Beaver Materials Field, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
And just a reminder, we will have coverage of the senior night festivities, so please stick around and you'll hear the PA announcers and what they have to say about our seniors this evening. Thank you, and we'll be back.